This one truth will change everything. You are made for a higher purpose, brothers and sisters. In a world distracted by noise, fame, and fleeting comfort, I call you to pause and hear this one truth that has the power to change everything. You were not created by chance. You were made with purpose by the hand of a loving and eternal Creator. Within you is planted a divine mission, a calling that no one else on earth can fulfill. You are not small in the eyes of heaven. You are chosen. Do not measure your worth by wealth, applause, or possessions. Measure it by your ability to love, to serve, and to stand for truth when it costs you something. Your life is sacred. Your work, however simple, becomes holy when done with honesty and dedication. Whether you lead nations or care for one's soul, you reflect the image of God. And in that truth lies freedom. The world may offer shortcuts, power without principles, success without sacrifice. But only one path leads to lasting peace, the path of moral courage, of truth, and of faith. Do not fear standing alone for what is right. For when you walk with truth, you are never alone. So rise each morning with purpose. Let your work become a prayer. Let your life be a light, for this one truth, that you are made for a higher purpose, can lift not only you, but generations yet to come. Go forth and live like you believe it. Amen. You are not an accident. The circumstances of your birth, your background, your struggles, and even your questions, they are not coincidences. You were created with intention, with love, and with a divine purpose that only you can fulfill. Long before you ever drew your first breath, the blueprint of your soul was known. You are not the result of chance or mistake. You are the result of a greater design, woven together with meaning and depth that the world may not always recognize, but heaven surely does. Each person born into this world carries a spark, a light placed within them by the Creator. It is not reserved for the wealthy, the talented, or the powerful. That divine light lives in the quiet hearts, the broken souls, the unseen helpers, and the everyday people who dare to live with love and truth. The world may try to measure you by status, appearance, or success, but none of that defines your worth. Your worth was settled the moment you were formed with purpose. You are here because there is something in this world that requires only you. No one else has your voice, your story, your way of loving, serving, and seeing. It's easy to look around and feel inadequate. We compare our journey to others, thinking perhaps we were left behind or overlooked. But comparison is a thief. The truth is, your path is yours alone, shaped by divine wisdom. The pain you have felt, the challenges you have overcome, the dreams that keep calling to you in the quiet hours, these are not random. They are shaping you, preparing you for the exact purpose you were born to live. And that purpose doesn't have to be grand in the eyes of the world. It only needs to be true. You may have been told you're not enough. You may have been made to feel small or forgotten. But those lies do not come from the one who made you. The Creator calls you beloved. He calls you chosen. And no failure, no loss, no past mistake can cancel the purpose for which you were created. That is the power of being designed with intention. You are not here to live in fear or to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's mold. You are here to live boldly, rooted in the truth that you matter deeply. So stand tall in who you are. Speak the truth that burns in your heart. Love deeply, serve freely, and walk forward with courage. Not because life is easy, but because your purpose is real. The world needs what you carry. You may not yet fully see what lies ahead, but the one who made you does, and He doesn't make mistakes. You are divine by design. Believe it. Let that truth change everything. Faith is not merely a feeling reserved for quiet prayers or sacred spaces. It is the foundation of true inner strength. In moments of doubt, in times when the world grows loud with fear, criticism, and confusion, it is faith that becomes your anchor. Faith is the deep-rooted trust that your life has meaning beyond what is seen. It is the inner knowing that even in chaos you are guided, protected, and never truly alone. Many people believe strength comes from physical ability, influence, or control, but those things fade. They can be lost in a moment. True strength, the kind that endures storms and hardship, is born in the heart. It comes from a faith so steady, so unshakable, that no circumstance can break it. It is the quiet confidence of someone who knows that no matter what happens externally, something greater is at work. This kind of faith is not always loud. It often shows itself in perseverance. When someone keeps going after disappointment, keeps loving after heartbreak, keeps believing even when the evidence says to give up. Faith is not blind. It sees farther than the eye can. It sees possibilities where others see dead ends. It allows a person to walk forward in the dark, not because they know every step, but because they trust the one who does. That trust is powerful. It frees the soul from fear. It silences the lies that whisper, "We're not good enough," or "You'll never make it." Faith replies with a gentle but unshakable voice, "You were made for more. Keep going." When you build your life on faith, your foundation is not sand, but solid rock. You are no longer moved by every criticism or setback. You learn to rise again, to try again, to hope again. And in that process, you grow into the person you were created to be, not by force, but by surrendering to a purpose greater than yourself. Faith also connects you to others. It teaches compassion. When you believe that every soul is created with purpose, you begin to treat people differently. You become more patient, more kind, more courageous in standing up for what is right. You no longer chase temporary victories. You start to live for eternal truth. And even in suffering, faith gives strength. It turns pain into purpose and hardship into transformation. The trials that would crush others become the very things that strengthen you, because you see them through the eyes of faith. You don't ask, "Why me?" You ask, "What can I learn? Who can I become through this?" This is the kind of strength the world cannot give and cannot take away. It lives in your spirit. It rises each day with new hope. It walks with dignity. It leads with love. And it never quits. Hold on to that kind of faith. Let it live in you, because with it you can face anything and become everything you were meant to be.